Yes then, guys and fellow Ghanaians. So, like I said, this is going to be my new playlist, Geek Boy Ghana Story. Just where I tell a few little tales, a few funny things that happened to me when I was in Ghana, being around other Ghanaians in Britain, following the Black Stars and so on and so forth. So, probably to get the vibe of it, I'm just going to tell a very quick story, which was it wasn't cool at the time, but it was quite funny looking back on it now. So, first time I ever went to Ghana was in August 1991. I'm going to tell a bigger story about that soon at some point, because it's something that made me a lot and made me realise that there was another way of life and another culture. But whilst I was there, I was with my sort of Ghanaian family, and they took me to this party. I forget where it was. It was somewhere in central Accra, and they leave me with these two fellas, which looking back wasn't too cool. But they owned a bar, and there was this Ghanaian bloke, like a businessman, and there was this other fella, and all of a sudden they started asking me, because they had the football on the background. I think it was Syria, I can't quite remember, but they were like, what team do you support, little boy? And which I did not take kindly to at all, but I was like, I support the best team in the world, Liverpool. And this bloke, white bloke, who is Italian-Ghanaian, which, okay, fair enough, all of a sudden he starts taking the mick out of me and says, haha, English boy, you will never be as good as the great Juventus and this, that and the other, which at the time, being a 10-year-old child, I was not hugely keen with. And I don't know how on earth we got into the subject, but I think I said something along the lines of, well, we can drink more beer than you in Ghana and in Italy. And he was like, ah, little boy, you like to drink beer? And I was like, yeah, obviously I'd never drank beer before. So he pours me this pint. God alone knows what it was. And it's the first beer that I ever had. Went straight down. I was like, oh, this is all right. And so the two lads are looking at each other, because obviously they were about 40, 50 odd years old. And they were like, okay, you have another one, little boy. Okay, I have another one. And all of a sudden the stomach starts going. I was like, oh my God, you have another one, little boy. No. And basically ended up with me going back to the family house, basically rolling around on the floor, driven back by the Italian-Ghanaian gentleman who, with the other Ghanaian businessman, was laughing his head off. So yeah, that was pretty much my first experience of Ghana within the first 3 days. Little did I know what was to come.